We're back on the Anderson Healey Show from the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network with Arizona State Athletic Director Ray Anderson. I'm Tim Healey, the radio voice of the Sun Devils, and Ray and I are happy that you joined us this week. You know, we've talked a lot this year, and we talked a lot in the first segment of this week's show about the exploits of the Sun Devils' red-hot volleyball team, off to a 17-1 start. They have a number 19 national ranking as of this week, and that's been all well and good. They're off to a terrific start, but let's not overlook the Sun Devil women's soccer team, which has just lost 2 of the 14 games it has played so far this fall, and is coming off its first weekend sweep of the Pac-12's Washington schools since 2018. The Sun Devils edged Washington 2-1 last Thursday night when Anasia Cologne scored a goal in the 85th minute to win that ball game. And then on Sunday, Coach Graham Winkworth's team exploded for 4 second-half goals to take down the Washington State Cougars by the score of 5-1. Joining us this week to talk about her team and its terrific play and the sweep of the Huskies and the Cougars is one of the veterans on this Sun Devil soccer team, a third-year junior from Sandra Day O'Connor High School in Peoria, Arizona. We're happy to have junior defender Lauren Kirberg join us here on the Anderson Healey Show. How are you, Lauren? Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Ever done a TV interview like this?
No, this is my first one.
Well, we're delighted to have you with us. You and your teammates must be having a lot of fun this fall. Talk about the way the season has gone so far.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way season has been going. You know, I think coming into the season, I was kind of curious on how it was going to go because, you know, a lot of people transferred, graduated, whatever the case is, and then we just had a lot of freshmen. We had transfers coming in, so I was kind of curious to see how like the team dynamic would go. And I think at first, by no means did we not play well. We did get results that we wanted, but I think we were just kind of finding our groove. And I think every single game we've played, game by game, I think we've proven how good we can be.
You know what, Lauren? I hear you say that, and it just seems to me you're just talking about the state of college athletics nowadays with the transfer portal, NIL, all of that. It seems like every college sports team is basically in a rebuild mode every year because you have so many new people.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had around like 11 freshmen, I want to say, and 2 or 3 transfers. So that's like a whole team right there. And then we have a few veterans left in my class and some seniors. So it's just a whole new culture to our team. But the culture has been so awesome. There's so many characters and personalities on the team. Like there's not a day I don't go out on the field and I don't enjoy my time there. Like everything has been so much fun.
That's so great to hear. Before we talk about this year's team, I want to circle back one last moment to last year's team. One of the players missing, probably the greatest player in Arizona State women's soccer history, in Nicole Douglas, the program's all-time leading scorer. How weird was that at first, not seeing her out on the pitch with you when you took the field this year?
Yeah, it's a little different because the past 2 years, I've gotten really fond of like playing with her, and it's been so nice. Like she's up there, like she can just weave her way on and just score. But this year, I mean, it's still great that we have like our forwards like Sav, Flo, Ine, all the forwards up there like who can do just the same exact things. We've been putting in goals every game, so it's not anything different.
And Ine Cologne is really, excuse me, helped pick up some of the slack. She is the number 2 scorer in the Pac-12 this week with her 8 goals and 20 points on the year. She has really stepped in when you really needed someone to step up and replace Nicole's goal-scoring productivity.
Yeah, she's my roommate, shout-out roommate.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm really proud of how she's been playing. You know, like we, when we go back to the apartment, we talk and I'm like, how do you do that? Like every game, it's just something she just does. Like it's natural for her. So yeah, I'm really happy with how she's been playing and how she stepped up to the team.
And she really stepped up in the Washington match last Thursday, scoring that go-ahead game-winning goal in the 85th minute. There must have been some tense moments out there on the pitch in the late stages of that game, huh?
Yeah, I think from my perspective, I was like, oh my gosh. But then we were all like screaming, and like it was amazing. It was a good feeling, 85th minute, last minute goal. It was a big win, so yeah.
Winning the close games, that really always seems to bolster a team's confidence.
I mean, it's something that we also we take into the next game, because we say, we don't want for it to come down to that. We want to play our standards. We want to get ahead when we can, and we know we can control the game. But if the games come to it, we still fight. And just like Ine's goal, we still fight until the 85th minute.
And you kind of took it into the next game Sunday against Washington State with that 4-goal second half explosion. Reading the accounts of that game, it was kind of a chippy game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Washington State, I understand, was called for 7 fouls in the first half alone. I think they average something like 11 per game.
Yeah, we knew going into the game, they're always a pretty aggressive team. They're tall, they're strong. So we knew that going in, but I think after we got the first goal, after that water break, I think we just kind of had momentum. During halftime, we talked out what we needed to do, and then bam, 4 goals. So
yeah. That's offense you want to pack up and take with you on the road,
of
don't
course,
you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's tremendous.
Yeah.
Talk about your role as a defender. It's not maybe the most glamorous position on the pitch, but I know Coach Winkworth credited you for doing some of the quote-unquote dirty work in the win against Washington last Thursday night. What's your mindset when you're out there on the pitch?
I just feel like I just need to be all over the place. I really am about if one person steps here, I need to cover them, and I need to step, they need to cover me. When Hannah plays next to me, we just move like this. So it's really just about getting behind the ball, putting my body on the line, defending with pride, getting to where I need to be, being in the right place, everything. Yeah.
Your team record now, 8 wins, only 2 losses, 4 draws already this season, but the Sun Devils are 3-1-1 in Pac-12 conference play, and you feel like you're building some momentum, don't you, as you're ready to hit the road? You play at Oregon, I guess, this Friday night.
Yeah. Coming off 2 huge wins, it's definitely going to be big momentum. Even starting from the Cal game, that's a big tie for us. I mean, it's a result. And yeah, taking those games game by game, but bringing them into the next games, yeah.
What's the key to being successful on the road? I ask the football players this and some of the basketball players a lot. From your perspective, what do you think your team needs to do in order to have success winning on the road?
I think a lot of it is just focus, and we know we're there for business. This is a one game trip, so it's not as long, and it's not going to be something that we take lightly. It's a business game, we're there. So it's just all about focus.
In what ways has Coach Winkworth influenced the program most, in your opinion?
I mean, from my freshman year all the way up until now, it's the people that he brings in, they are very good people. He knows how to work his way around things, and he kind of we build a culture, and he's really big about culture. And I think that is probably one of the biggest things that we have going for our team. And it's definitely something that, we take accountability for, and it's a big part of our standards on the team.
Before we let you go, let's learn a little bit about Lauren. She's a local gal from Peoria, Sandra Day O'Connor.
Yep.
It must have been really cool for you to be able to come to Arizona State and play in front of your family and friends, huh?
Yeah, I go home once a week. I see my family and my dogs. They come out to the game, so it's really nice being home.
What kind of dogs do you have?
I have 2 golden retrievers.
Oh,
yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're the cutest. Yeah.
Now, we were talking before we started taping. What are you majoring in, and what are your career plans?
I'm majoring in clinical exercise science, so physical therapy, but I kind of want to go into personal training. I didn't tell you this, but I added some nutritional classes, so maybe something in the nutritional realm. I don't know yet.
Well, you still got time to figure all that stuff out, and you got a lot of big soccer games left to play. How do you feel about your NCAA tournament chances this year?
Yeah, I mean, with the way things are going and the momentum we're going to bring, I think we can make it pretty far.
Well, Lauren, I can say on behalf of all of us, you crushed your first TV interview. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, and best of luck to you and the team the rest of the year.
Thank you.
That's Sun Devil defender Lauren Kirberg, who's been our guest on this segment of the Anderson-Healey Show. Up next, we will catch up with a former Sun Devil football great who will tell us about his latest project, taking the game of American football south of the border. A visit with our dear friend Juan Roque is coming up next. This is the Anderson-Healey Show from the Mountain America Credit Union Sun Devil Radio Network.